Hey everyone, I'm Mike Potter with the Office of Digital Learning here at Penn State, and today we're going to be looking at getting up and running with Angular 2. Specifically, we're going to be taking a look at how we can utilize the new Angular CLI to quickly build our projects and to add new things like components and services. We're also going to import the new Material 2 library from Angular. Now this is still in heavy development, however, it does give us access to some pretty cool stuff. Okay, you all set? Pop open your terminal and let's get going. So the first thing that we're going to do is use npm to install the Angular CLI module globally. What this is going to allow us to do is initially build the project as well as generate some of our new components that we want to begin adding to it. So once you have successfully downloaded and installed the Angular CLI module, the first command that you can run is ng new and then the name of your project. Now, this might take a little bit of time to install all of the necessary npm modules to get this project going, so I'm going to fast forward through this video so we don't have to wait through it, but just know that it's going to take a little while. Okay, so now that it's finished, I'm going to clear this out and let's cd into our project and list out all the files. So as you can see, the Angular CLI module has given us a basic scaffolding for our Angular project. Now what the CLI also has is a built-in internal server that we can use to dynamically compile our Angular application whenever it notices changes to our files. And it can inject those changes right into our web browser to make development really easy. So to start the server, it's really easy. It's just ng serve. And what that's going to do is it's going to build the project and start a server running on localhost port 4200. So if we open up that in a web browser, you should see app works. And that's how you know that we are ready to rock and roll. So now that we have the server running and everything looks good, let's pop open the code and take a look at what files we're dealing with here. So as you can see, there's a few different files and folders, but mainly you're going to be working in the source directory and specifically the app folder within the source directory. So this is where the majority of your components and services will live, is inside of this app folder. So let's take a look at editing our first component. If we open up app.component.html and we change the title to my project, and if we wait a few seconds, it should automatically update in our browser. And as you can see, our title is now my project. So now that we know that everything's set up and working correctly, let's go back into the terminal, and using the Angular CLI, let's go ahead and generate our new component. Let's generate a component that's called dashboard. So go ahead and stop the ng server and go ahead and type ng generate component dashboard. Once that completes, go ahead and type ng serve to start the server again. And once this completes the build, we'll go ahead and open up our code, and you can see we now have a dashboard folder with a dashboard component already generated for us. Now let's test out this component and see if it works. So if we go into app.component.html and we add our new component with the tag app-dashboard, we should see on the screen a little notification that says your dashboard component works. So the next thing that we're going to do is install the Material 2 design component library for Angular 2. This is usually a good idea if you're either quickly prototyping new ideas and you want some elements to work with, or if you just want access to a nice library. I highly recommend it. So we need to install this into our project, and it's fairly easy. If we click the installation guide, it should give us an npm command to run that will install the library into our dependencies. So if we open up our terminal and type npm install with the save flag, Angular \material, it should install into our project and save it into our package manager. Now that we have it installed locally, let's import this library into our Angular project. And we'll do that by going into our app.module.ts file. So if we open up our code and go to app.module.ts, we can add that import statement, and under our imports array, we can add material module to that. So now we should have access to all of the Angular Material 2 components. Now what we can also do is import our custom theme. So there's a bunch of predefined themes and you can make your own. But what we're going to do is import this deep purple amber material theme. And to do that, it's very simple. Open up styles.css and put that import statement in there and hit save, and that will start importing the theme from the material library. So now let's just see if this is working. If we scroll down to the list of components and click on the readme for card, let's grab the markup, so md card, and let's just put that right into our dashboard component. So open up dashboard component HTML and paste in that material code. And we forgot to start our server, so let's type ngserve. And if we refresh, there we can see that basic card component. So everything looks like it's working from the material side. So let's copy this more complex example and save that. Let's see how that looks. And on refresh, okay, looks like everything's working great. So there you have it, your first Angular 2 project. Congratulations. I hope you were able to use the Angular CLI to quickly build and serve your project. Also, I hope you were able to take away the key concept from Angular, which is the nesting of components. All right, until next time, keep coding.